Just chill. I got this under control.
I'm not going down for this. Trust me.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we'll be talking about Power Book 2 Ghost Season 2 Episode 1. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try my best to go over all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. Also, this is the song that we kept hearing throughout the episode. Who That Boy by Tyler, the Creator, featuring A$AP Rocky. I know a lot of people was wondering what was that song that kept playing. Well, this is it. That creepy little song, the little beat that you kept hearing throughout this episode. I mean, I didn't know if I was watching a murder mystery or Power, because I swear every 5 minutes I kept hearing it. But this beat, it kept a lot of tension throughout the episode. As I told you guys, this was a completely different feeling for Power Book 2 Ghost. And I'm actually feeling it, man. I want to see what they do with this. Now, I don't know as far as if they're going to continue to play that creepy little sound throughout the whole season. I hope not. We're going to see in episode 2. But the first episode definitely felt like a murder mystery. Hell, I didn't know if I was watching Halloween for a moment as I was watching this show. But they definitely delivered, man. I did appreciate the episode. So let's go over it, man. What did we see in episode 1 titled Free Will is Never Free? Now the episode begins off with Tariq having this dream, these flashbacks of the past. Of course, him taking out Professor Jabari Reynolds. But not only that, he's having these visions of him taking out his pop's Ghost as well. I mean, throughout the episode, we kept seeing Jabari Reynolds and Ghost in Tariq's head. I mean, I was looking like, dude, like, it's really getting to you. I believe the consequences of Tariq's actions, it really got to him in this episode. As you can see, that's all he really was thinking about. Now, besides that, he was actually thinking about trying to communicate with Tasha. He is trying to see if she is okay. He wants to know where she is at. And they wanted to show us that Tariq was using a burner phone. I know everybody was asking this question about what type of phone he was using. Well, he was using a burner, and he deleted all the messages that he had sent to Professor Jabari Reynolds, but he kept the messages that he had sent to his mother. And later on in the episode, Tariq learns that keeping that phone was the worst thing he could possibly do. Usually he does get rid of the burner phones, but since he wanted to communicate with his mom, he was willing to keep it around for a little bit longer. Now Yasmin, she is trying to prepare breakfast, but of course she is burning stuff up. Now Tariq does come out. He is able to stop this small little fire, and he's asking Yasmin what's going on. Of course, she's telling him she was trying to just cook breakfast. No big deal. We know that Grandma, she was asleep. And when she did come out, she was very upset. She's telling Tariq, like, look, your mom, she knew how to cook when she was Yasmin's age. Why can't she do it? And it seemed like she had like an attitude problem. She couldn't even remember a lot of different things. And once we saw that she had these memory issues, I already knew what time it was. We had early predictions for her character that something as far as a medical issue will come, because we know eventually Yasmin will be getting taken away. Well, we have our answer. Grandma Estelle, she's not in the best health. And as Yasmin told Tariq, it is getting worse. So that means it's going to be bad news. That means this is another thing Tariq has to worry about, because for the longest, Grandma, she's been holding it down. She's been taking care of Yasmin while Tasha was locked up, while Tariq was doing what he had to do in school. But now Tariq is going to be the person that's going to have to step up to the plate and make sure that his little sister is doing what she needs to do, and she has the resources that she needs. Now we get to your girl Monet, and she has this feeling that somebody's downstairs, somebody's trying to break in. But of course, it's no one but your boy Drew. And Drew is still upset. He's still upset from being shot. Of course, he is blaming Monet for everything that has happened. And deep down inside, Drew, he's probably tired of taking these orders from Monet and just, rolling by her rules and what she wants to do. He will mention that later on in the episode to Diana. Then we get to your boy Mecca and Kane. Kane is trying to seek out a new family. So, of course, he has ran into Mecca. We got Little Guat with them as well. Now, the two are in the alley with the three. And then all of a sudden, these guys right here roll up. GTG decides to pull up And these guys are straight up weird. They were some weirdos, y'all. These guys had one of the weirdest power intros I ever seen. They looked completely soft, but was talking all this big boy stuff. We knew that this was not going to even go well at all. They didn't even seem believable to me, talking about, oh yeah, you ain't got the strap, so I'm really looking to do this. Like, really? Who says that? Please eliminate them. I'm glad that Mecca changed the whole tone of this whole scene. He easily dismantled these GTG members, and then of course he took out the guy on the ground talking about don't do this. And Little Guap was trying to save him. Mecca's like, nah, you know what I'm saying? We ain't doing that. I don't care if this dude is your friend or not, but he got to go. So now Kane understands that Mecca is no narc, that he is legit. Then we get to Tariq. He is, of course, trying to talk to Davis McLean because he needs to know where Tasha is at. And Davis McLean is all about that money. So him and Cooper Sacks is like, okay, we going to discharge Tariq for everything. Davis McLean comes up with a great plan. We charge him for every bit of time that he needs us. Cha-ching. More money for them. So that's what they're preparing to do. Now Zeke, he's having a conversation about his future as far as college and the NBA. And maybe your boy Zeke should just stay in college for an extra year. He needs to get that rust off. He hasn't played in a while. He doesn't really want to go to the NBA and try to rush it and end up getting injured. So that's what Zeke is thinking about, not rushing into the NBA, but it is on his head as far as his future and what he wants to do with it. Now, Professor Milgram, she is trying to figure out where is Jay Kelly? Where is Jabari Reynolds? He's supposed to be here. He has ethics class. He's not here, so she starts to get worried about what's going on. She asks the students, have they seen him? Of course, Tariq, he ain't going to tell the truth. He's not going to tell her exactly what happens for real. He says, look, I ain't seen him. You know what I'm saying? We don't know where dude at, but we know eventually he's going to pop up. Now, Professor Milgram, she decides to teach the ethics class, and the topic of discussion is free will is never free. The title of the episode. Once again, whatever they're going through in class is the theme of the whole episode, and pretty much they're talking about how, yes, you have free will, but someone is always controlling you, right? It's always someone trying to control what you're doing, even though you're supposed to have this free will to do what you want to do. And speaking of controlling, your girl Diana, she's trying on this dress, which looked good. Your girl Diana looked good. I mean, she's a grown woman. Monet telling her, take that off. Like, really? Ain't this girl like 19, 20? Like, what's going on? Like, are you kidding me? Monet was not playing that. She's like, nah, take that off. We ain't having that. And Diana took it off. But I was like, no, Diana, keep that on. Matter of fact, go back and try some other dresses on. Then we get to your boy Cooper Sacks. Davis McLean is trying to control him. So even though he's supposed to have this free will, no. Davis McLean is telling him, look, we need to look a certain way because this is how I want to run my business. So now Cooper Sacks, he has to dress to impress. This is something that Cooper Sacks never really does at this level. Cooper Sacks, you know, normally he does have a suit and tie, but Davis McLean is trying to take it up to the next level. We know that your girl Monet, she decides to put the product in all these bags. I guess this is a new strategy for them, but we know later on in the episode, the boys are going to pull up. And Professor Milgram decides to ask Tariq his input on the class discussion. And Tariq is pretty much telling her, well, everybody has to deal with the consequences of the hand that they are dealt. And that's the truth. The hand that you're dealt in your life, you as a person have to deal with those consequences. So you rather go to adjust to those, or you're going to let them take over you. Now your boy Rashad Tate, look at him. Looking like a drunk on his brother couch, laid out. Like, dude, get up. I understand you're not in the race to be governor anymore. It's over. Now his brother has to tell him, look, man, you got to do something. You have to find a means in your life. You are Rashad old dog Tate. I need you to go out there and do what you need to do. Get back in these, politics and stuff. Get back motivated. And Rashad Tate starts to think like, you're right. I'm Rashad O'Dall Tate. I got to get this money. I got to get this power. And that's exactly what Rashad Tate goes out there and tries to do. Now, Monet is in the store shopping. Your girl Diana, of course, the boys pull up on her, asking her questions. And pretty much they just want her to move the car or whatever. Monet got the strap. She's very nervous. She goes to the car because Diana is able to get the boys up off of her. And Diana did her thing. She got the boys up off of her. She did exactly what Monet told her to do. Flirt, make it seem like they can get some and keep it moving. Now, Diana, she's happy. Monet don't care about any of that. She tells this girl to stop cheesing and let's get the going. I'm like, dang, like really? Like, you talking to the kids like this? Like, I just don't get it. I mean, y'all let Monet run all up over y'all. Ain't no way. We get to your boy Drew, and Drew, dude, you just got shot, my man. It's like, what are you doing? You just got shot. You're not going to be able to do this art like you used to do it. Not this quick. You got to give it time to heal. But I guess he was very, very frustrated. We get to Tariq and Braden. And Braden talked to Tariq about coming to this whole family gathering or whatever. He wanted him to be there. Braden doesn't want to even be a part of this family stuff. He hates that his family is trying to make him be a certain way that he does not want to be. Similar to how Tariq was when Ghost was trying to get him to go to school and do the things that he wanted him to do. But Tariq doesn't really seem like he wants to do that, right? Now, Braden and his family, they kind of funny acting. His sister was cool. His sister don't even want to be there anyway. Now, your boy Tariq is looking through the family book. Then Trace, he walks up out of nowhere talking about, you got to play as Kappa to look at this book. I'm looking like, dude, didn't you learn your lesson from last season? You need to go back to the CW, to the show 4400. That's the show you need to stay on, because in Power, you're running your mouth. And I hope you suffer those consequences once again this season. Now, this guy right here, Braden's Uncle Rick Sweeney, this guy right here, pay close attention to this guy right here, y'all. This is the guy that Rashad Tate wants to get dirt on. And he's talking about he knew Tariq's father, and it's a shame about the rumors and the drugs and stuff like that. And Tariq tells him, you know, more people die from legal drugs than illegal drugs. And how much money are you getting from Big Pharmaceutical? Like, tell me. And he was kind of like shook, like, damn, like, you know all that information? Yeah, like, how much money are you getting? And these are facts, plain and simple. Now, I think he took that personal. And we're going to talk about that later on in this episode. But Braden's sister, she was feeling it. She's like, man, we need to invite him every year to this, because he turning up and he is telling the truth. Do y'all think your boy Tariq going to clap her cheeks? I don't know. We're going to find out very, very soon. Now, they find the body of Professor Jabari Reynolds. And Detective Kevin Whitman, he's on this case, y'all. He's not playing around. He's like, okay, I know what time it is. I have to figure out who did this. And now he is on a mission to find out who did this. Now remember, Sam Santana would have been the person to do this in my opinion, but I believe he was busy with another show. So this is why we don't have him this season. Now, Rashad Tate takes his brother advice, and he's like, look, let me go and have a conversation with Stephen Ott and ask him a question. He's telling him if he finds some dirt on Rick Sweeney, will he back him up? Rashad Tate is trying to get his seat, and in order for him to do that, he's going to have to find some dirt on this guy. Now, Kevin Whitman, he brings in Professor Milgram. He's trying to act like it was kind of like a date at first, but he used that to get her in there so he will be able to ask her questions about Professor Jabari Reynolds. She identifies the body, and it is very hurtful for her. And as I told you guys, Professor Milgram, she's going to take this very, very personal. Detective Kevin Whitman, at first he was trying to act like she had something to do with it, but once he got her reaction and he realized, like, okay, she didn't do this, you know what I'm saying? Even though everybody that she touches, bad things happen, he's like, nah, she didn't do this. And he tells her to make sure she is careful, because it is dangerous out there. We know the two, they have a history with each other, and that history will be revealed as the season continues to air. But she used to date him back in the day. We already know the two are going to hook up this season, so I can't wait to see how that all plays out. But Professor Milgram, now she's on this. She's going to try to figure out who did this to Professor Jabari Reynolds. Now the whole campus knows the news. The body has been identified. Braden is showing Tariq the picture. And of course, Tariq, he has to play it off like he don't know what's going on. The whole campus is wondering, like, okay, what happened? I mean, this is two bodies that quick. Two bodies on campus that fast, right? So now we get to Monet, because she sees the news as well. And Diana said the same thing I just said. Like, okay, the campus is going to be very hot because they got two bodies dropping that fast. Something is not right. And this dude is Tariq's professor. So we know Monet wants to know exactly who did this. And she wants to talk to Tariq because she wants to get his input on this. And she wants to ask him exactly the question of, did he have anything to do with this? And we already know what Tariq gonna say. He's not gonna tell Monet the truth. Now we get to Lauren and Tariq. Lauren is very, very upset and hurt from what happened to Professor Jabari Reynolds. She is wondering why Tariq does not seem sad. That's because Tariq did it in the first place. Secondly, Tariq, this dude, he loses people left and right. Half the people that he lost, he set all that up. So, of course, he doesn't really feel any type of pain for Professor Jabari Reynolds. Now, the two start making out. Everything seemed good at first. Then Tariq is like, look, I have to go. Lauren was pissed off. Lauren was trying to get it cracking up in there. But Tariq had to push her away because he had to go handle some business. Because we know he has a conversation. And that conversation is with your boy, Kane. Kane done saw the news. The body done popped up. And he's like, man, what's going on? Now, we know that the gun of Officer Ramirez was at the scene. So Tariq is telling him that gun is going to lead back to him. We are good. Ain't nothing we got to worry about. Kane is like, well, we better be good because this better not come back on me. Plain and simple. Now we get to your girl, Professor Milgram. And Milgram, she is feeling some type of way, y'all. I guess when she is very sad and painful, she takes it out in the bedroom because as soon as Zeke gets there, she wants to be held. But not only does she wants to be held, the girl apparently, which I don't think it's no big surprise, she wants to get her cheeks clapped. And Zeke, he ain't gonna play. Zeke is like, all right, it is what it is. Might as well get up in this while I can because this probably is not going to last, especially with this campus being so hot. His family, I don't see all this ending well for the both of them. Now, Zeke and Professor Milgram are having a conversation. She tells him that Monet pulled up on her, and she's pretty much asking Zeke, did the Tejada family have anything to do with Professor Jabari Reynolds? So now she's already digging. This is what I've been talking about. She's going to continue to try to dig and get information out of Zeke. Zeke has to tell her that his auntie, Monet, would never jeopardize his basketball career, which is the truth. So now Zeke is going to go back and try to ask these questions about what's going on. Now, your boy Tariq, he tells Monet that Professor Jabari Reynolds, you know what I'm saying, was his professor. And he had nothing to do with this. Monet clearly asked him, you know what's going to happen if you lying to me. And Tariq looked right at her face and said, yeah, I do. I understand. On top of that, Diana is just trying to kick it with Tariq, you know what I'm saying, having a conversation. They're not even kissing yet. But Monet pops up to the party. She's like, look, get over here. What you doing? I'm looking like, dang, like, Diana, go get your own apartment. Use some of that trap money and go get your own apartment somewhere. I mean, this don't make no sense. You can't give this man a hug. You can't have a conversation. Monet popping up everywhere. She's stopping everybody from doing what they want to do. We get to your boy Kane and Mecca. Mecca, I guess he's caught one of the GTG members that got away. He's telling Kane, like, look, I need you to go ahead and prove to me that you're down for this. Take this dude out. Kane said, you know what? I can unwrap this dude. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even got to have him tied up. I'll put these hands on him. So the two start fighting. But y'all know Kane, he loves to fight. Courtney Kemp said his nickname was Hurricane. So, of course, this dude is wild. That's all he wants to do anyway. He beats this dude down, snaps his neck. Goodbye. You know what I'm saying? Cut his water straight off. He tells Mecca, look, I'm down for the cause. You know what I'm saying? Look, dude, like, I don't have to prove anything. But I guess if you need me to prove what I need to do, I'm willing to do it. Then we get to your boy, Drew. And Drew is upset. He's like, man, I'm tired of Monet. He's tired of taking orders. He's blaming all this stuff on her as far as getting shot. The situation with Kane, you know, he explained how he wanted Kane to be around for certain things. But the gist of the story is he's just tired of taking orders from Monet. He's telling Diana maybe they should start to move in their own way. They're grown people. They're not little kids no more. So eventually they're going to have to move away from that nest. And Monet is not playing around. Now your boy Kane, he sees Mecca's product on his plane. Mecca catches him. Kane is like, look, man, I was just looking. I ain't about to take none of your stuff. And Mecca is like, okay, I need you to prove yourself to me. I need you to show me that you're willing to get the job done and that you're ready to be a part of this organization. We know Kane did mention that, look, dude, you don't even have any soldiers, so what's up? Like, I'm loyal. I'm here for you. I'll get the job done. So now Kane has to prove himself. As I told you guys for weeks and weeks, that Kane will be trying to get that respect and he will be trying to prove himself to a lot of people. Now, speaking of free will is never free, your girl Monet once again controls Zeke. She said, screw what you want to do. You're going to enter that draft because we ain't got time to be waiting around. I want you to enter that draft. So basically, she wants Zeke to take care of the family, and she wants her kids to work for Zeke. In that conversation with Drew and Diana, Drew made it clear, like, look, he's not trying to do this. He's not trying to be working up under no Zeke and following him every state that he goes and team that he plays for. So at the end of the day, Monet is trying to control the board. She is trying to make this family legitimate now, especially after what happened last season. I mean, I don't understand why it took that long for her to understand that this lifestyle was very risky, but I guess she wants to change. So we're going to see what she's going to do this season. Now, your boy Rashad Tate wants his brother to get some information, some dirt on Rick Sweeney. We talked about this. This dude is dirty. And I believe Rashad Tate is going to be able to find this information from his brother, of course. He will dig deep. This dude, he probably won't make it this season. This dude got to go, especially after what happened on this little deer hunting trip. Now, they're at this deer hunting trip, Tariq and Braden. Tariq probably shouldn't even be there for real. Like, let's just be honest. Tariq understands that, man, I shouldn't be here, but Braden wanted him to come, an escape for Tariq, but he needs Tariq to be there for him. Now, they take a shot at the deer. They hit the deer. Now, I believe the first shot hit the deer. The second shot, as you can see right here, look at him. This is Rick Sweeney. He decides to take a shot. But this guy right here, I'm telling you, he purposely tried to nip or do something to Tariq. I promise you he tried to do this. Now, the bullet almost hits Tariq. Tariq starts to run off as the bullet fires, and it's almost like he's having like PTSD or whatever. He starts to run. He sees the deer. He sees the body of the deer just laying there. And Tariq, once again, he's starting to have these flashbacks of his pops, of Professor Jabari Reynolds. I mean, this dude just going through it. I guess those consequences is really hitting his head like no other. I mean, hopefully he can get over this. Hopefully he can defeat all these mental issues. But let's just be realistic. All the things that Tariq has done in this short matter of time is going to get to you. And at his age, this is going to mentally break you down. So Tariq is just going through it so much. But I know a lot of you guys have been saying they kept playing that beat over and over and over and over throughout the whole episode. It was very weird. Now I put the caption up for you guys because I want you guys to see, especially for the people that didn't know who shot that shot. It was your boy Rick Sweeney. As he said, I know what I'm doing. This is what he said after almost shooting Tariq. I know what I'm doing. And then after that, he said, look, I'm an excellent shot. So that right there lets me know this dude knew exactly what he was doing. He was trying to get a reaction, man. This dude was trying to do some stuff out there for real. And he's trying to play it off like it was an accident. Now they're telling Tariq he can go ahead and take the kill shot. But we know Braden end up taking the kill shot. Braden has caught a body. He has caught his first body, and it's a deer. And Tariq is like, look, man, I'm up out of here. Plain and simple. Y'all just straight up crazy. Then we get to your boy Davis McLean. Redman has entered the power universe. And Davis McLean is just telling him, like, look, man, I'm going to get you up out of here. Plain and simple. You're not about to spend the rest of your life in here. When I broke down Davis McLean's character, I told you guys that we're going to see the reason why he really brought Cooper Saxe to his team. This is the real reason, because he knows Cooper Saxe has a lot of knowledge. He has a lot of strings that he can pull, and by having him a part of that team, it can help get his brother out even more easier. Now, once again, Monet is having one of those moments. They're playing that weird beat again, and it's looking like she's about to catch a body. But no, she's not about to do anything. She's just about to walk away from Kane. Kane is trying to come in. He's trying to have a conversation with his mom. We know Kane is telling her he has found a new plug, which is Mecca. He's trying to have this conversation with Monet. Monet ain't trying to hear it. And she's like, look, I ain't got time to be dealing with you. Of course, Kane is pissed off because he has promised Mecca, like, look, you can trust me. I can set all this up. We good. We know Mecca was watching everything unfold. And then he looked back at the house, which lets me know he knows exactly who Monet is. And I want to see exactly what's going to happen, how, we know the two are going to hook up. That's going to be her love interest. But I want to know how it's all going to play out this season. Then we get to Tariq once again. He is trying to communicate with Tasha. She's not going to text you back. Tasha is gone for right now, dog. Then he gets an unknown call. An unknown call. I don't know about y'all. I don't even answer unknown calls. I'll just wait until you leave a voicemail. If it's important, you'll leave a voicemail. Now, Tariq answered the phone. Detective Kevin Whitman got him. He's like, yes, you answered the phone. He asks, who is on the phone. He tells him it's Detective Kevin Whitman. Tariq doesn't do anything but breathe. That's all he does is breathe. And then Detective Whitman is like, okay, we got you. Because Tariq hangs up the phone, takes the battery out, and, dishes the phone. Well, Tariq, you probably should have did this a long time ago, because now they know whoever was communicating with Professor Jabari Reynolds is on this campus. That means whoever killed Professor Jabari Reynolds is on Stansfield's campus. So now Detective Whitman is like, okay, we got something. So I'm going to put more pressure on this campus. We're going to find out exactly who did this. Tariq, making these small little mistakes that Tasha has taught you, Ghost and all of them has taught you. You don't keep no burner phones, especially after an incident like that. You are communicating with Professor Jabari Reynolds. He is a hot body on campus. You got to get rid of that burner phone, especially after taking out Jabari. You got to get rid of it. It's too much of a risk, in my opinion. And like I said, I just believe Tariq, he wanted to keep it because that was the last thing he had to communicate with Tasha. He just felt like a bond with it. Like that was his mom. Like I can't get rid of it, because if I do get rid of it, I'm not going to be able to get in touch with her. Well, Davis McLean and Cooper Sachs, you're paying them to do a job. 9 times out of 10, hopefully those guys can find out where Tasha is eventually. As of right now, that is not the case. What you got to be worrying about, though, is what's going on this campus and what's going on with these bodies, and that it does not get back to you. As of right now, we know that Detective Whitman, he's going to make sure he is targeting this campus just based on that last scene. The question is, what will Tariq do? He is dealing with the hand that he was dealt. As he said in class, you got to, roll with those consequences. Will Tariq be able to adjust once again? Will he be able to handle Kane, Monet, all these lies? We know that he has to also be dealing with Diana, Lauren, and Effie. He has a lot on his plate. On top of that, taking care of his sister. It's a lot. It's a lot for a kid. And you're in school, and you got to make sure you're doing what you got to do to keep your grades up. Man, good luck, Tariq, because you are going to need it. But you guys let me know. What did you think about the season opener, the season premiere of Power to Go Season 2? I know you guys have been waiting to see what's going to happen this season. And I think this new tone, this new vibe is going to make things very, very interesting in my opinion. Now, we're going to continue to talk about Power. We have the Power to Go Season 2, Episode 2, What to Expect video that will be dropping. I'll probably drop it tomorrow for you guys, so prepare for that. Enjoy your night. And once again, thank you guys for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.